never fall in love. Then you show love and I can't get enough of it. I swear to God, I never fall in love. I never fall in love, but I can't get enough of it. You love my ex, so that makes it all feel complicated, yeah. It all seems complicated. I read those texts, but you text yours, but I'll never say it, yeah.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something.
Tell all your friends that I'm crazy. Drive you mad that I'm such a stalker, a watcher, a psychopath. They telling you hate me and dated me just for a laugh. So why do you call me and tell me you want me back? You made me happy.
Some of them want to abuse you.
You made me happy.
Some of them want to.
What the hell is even that?
It's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. 'Cause I got me for life. I don't need a hand to hold, even when the night is cold. I got that fire in my soul.
I met her at a backyard block party by the bar. And she kept looking at me like she knew who I was. She was buzzing all over me. She was buzzing all over me. She was buzzing all over me like she fell in love.
Waiting for tonight, oh, when you would be here in my arms. Waiting for tonight, oh, I've dreamed of this love for so long. Waiting for
I met her at a
tonight,
backyard block party by the bar.
waiting for tonight.
She kept looking at me like she knew who I was.
Waiting for
Buzzing all
tonight.
over me. She was buzzing all over me. She was buzzing all over me like she fell in love.
Activate.
I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I got it for the no-no. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I got it for the no-no. Turn up. I'm in love with the coco.
Some say you will love me one day, and I will wait to get your loving one day. Just say you will love me one day, and I will wait to get your loving one day.
I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around me, throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. We gon' do some things you can't relate. Yeah, 'cause we from a place you cannot stay. Or you can't go, or I don't know. Or back the fuck up off me.
Don't say a word while we dance with the devil. You brought a fire to a world so cold. We're out of time on a highway to never. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't say a word while we dance with the devil. You brought a fire to a world so cold. We're out of time on a highway to never.
This is fucking awesome. I'm gonna pop some tags. I got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.
We're out of time on the highway to never.
This is fucking awesome.
Wanna get a mansion, a jacuzzi, a theater to watch my movies, couple whips and lots of fancy things. The kids they call the Goonies. See the future, crystal ball, mirror, mirror hanging on the wall. Who the fly swipe boy of the mall? Got your girlfriend screaming on the call. She bubbling, we fucking and you cuddling. Like baby, where the fuck you been? I wanna tell you she in love with him. So we ain't saying nothing. You could probably tell she bluffing. Then she kissed you with the mouth. She gave me head with my concussion.
And we can't stop, and we won't stop. Can't you see it's me who own the night? Can't you see it's me who bout that life? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know what it is. Everything I do, yeah, I do it big. Yeah, screaming that's done. When I pulled off the lot, that's done.
Candy paint with the white on top. Lambo doors or the woo up top. If you busy plotting on what I got, kick in your door and swat you
And
out.
we can't stop, and we won't stop. We run things, things don't run me. Don't take nothing from nobody. Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Wake up, Mr. West, Mr. West, Mr. Fresh, Mr. By himself, he's so impressed. I mean, damn, did you even see the test? You got D's, motherfucker, D's. Rosie for real.
You cut me open and I keep bleeding, keep bleeding, love. I keep bleeding, I keep bleeding, love. Keep bleeding, keep bleeding, love. You cut me open.
'Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So as we bring down fire, set the night light. Shining through the city with a little funky sound. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Life is dynamite. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Life is dynamite.
I'm here live, I'm not a cat.
Cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Yeah, I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me.
Light it up like dynamite.
So many people are willing to learn how to trade stocks, but are simply just unsuccessful at it. It's not that you're a bad trader.
I'm up $953, $879, $1,300!
When people come up to me and they say, Dek, I'm just not a good stock trader, it's a whole bunch of baloney.
Oh my goodness, I just made $30,000. You guys want to see a show today? 20 grand in a day so far.
You know why I make so much money shorting? Because the answers are given to me.
$37,000. We're currently up 23,000, 24,000 right now. Let's go! This is high risk, high reward. Let's go, baby! Let's go! I'm going for $100,000 today. $100,000 month coming its way, baby.
You may not know everything, but all of a sudden, it's gonna click.
$30,817 in the market today. Oh my goodness, guys. Welcome to the stock market.
Oh, you got a fast car. I wanted to get to anywhere. Maybe we'll make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me and myself, I got nothing to prove. Put your hand in mine. You know that I want to be with you all the time. You know that I want
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Is it that time already? Is it that time? We are getting ourselves ready to go on this Thursday morning. Yes, traders, it's Thursday. We are here showing up every single day. Dek, do you ever take a day off? No. Dek, do you ever leave that room? No. Do you have any friends, social life, anything? No, I don't. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about it all. Today, right now. How are we going to be coming out on top? How are we going to keep this insane win rate percentage sky high? How are we going to make sure that we all leave today with a big bucket of profits? Because that's what I want, guys. I want you guys hauling it out of here like you're walking out of the coal mines. Hauling out the money. Today I got a plan. I got a great idea. Got some great charting. Got some great breakdowns. Got some great technical analysis. Today's Thursday. We'll be live throughout today over on YouTube, over on TikTok. All I ask at this moment is you guys double tap that screen. All I ask at this moment is you give it a thumbs on up. All I ask at this moment is that you guys are about to have the best day of your life. That's all I want. I want you guys having a great day. I want you guys getting after it. I want you guys getting ready to have a lot of fun. So traders, let's talk about how much money we can make, where this profit's going to be coming from, making sure every single trader is dialed in on this day. So turn down the music here, and we are going to make sure that we are just breaking it all on down to make sure that you guys are all set. So, how is today shaping up? How is today looking at this moment? And yes, good morning, everybody. Good morning, if I could add it. I absolutely love seeing all the shiny, smiling faces today. So, what do we have going on with this day? S&P 500. Let's talk about it. The SPY, the top 500 companies in the United States, guys, has been getting absolutely dominated at this moment. It is falling and fading and dropping, and we have now had 1, 2, 3, 4, going on 5 red days in a row. This would be our 5th red day in a row if we close underneath wherever we open, let's say the price of 502. The S&P 500 traders, this is getting a little concerning at this point. Are we going to start fading and falling and dropping and start going into full-on panic mode? Right now, fear is high. Why is fear high? Because people are nervous about what's going to happen with interest rates. People are nervous about what's going to happen with inflation. People are nervous. Is there going to be some sort of upcoming recession? People are nervous. The stock market is starting to crash. People are nervous. They don't know what to do with their money. People are getting fearful. People are getting nervous. People are asking themselves, what is the correct move here? What is the right move? What should I be doing to make sure that I am being as smart as I can with my profits, with my investments? And if the S&P 500 starts cracking underneath 500, we can go on full-on panic mode. So, when I'm taking a look at the SPY here, traders, what do I want to realize? The SPY has been falling for the last 4 days now. I can easily tell, just like you guys can, that we have very strong resistance at the price of 503, 503, 503, 503, top resistance at around 503, then at some top resistance at around that 502.60 mark. At this moment, what I would do if I were you is I would put some sort of uptrend. This uptrend is going to most likely be the best bounce area for us to be able to get involved, for us to be able to make a nice profit. I would like to get some sort of dip buy underneath 501 today. But I am interested, I am looking for basically jump in and one of two things happen. I'll tell you guys right now before the day even begins. One of two things I'm looking for today. Number one, I jump in, I make over $2,000 in profit. That's usually where I always like to say, hey, you know what? Excellent day. I'm happy with that. Over $2,000 in profit. When I jump in and hold calls, let's just run that on up. Or we again continue to hold into tonight, into tomorrow. I think the S&P 500 is due for a dip buy. I think it is due for a bounce play. We can take a look at the daily chart here and we can realize something very significant. What I can see is even when we have strong green stretches, we have green day, green day, green day, we have a red day. Notice we have green day, green day, green day, green day, then we have 2 red days. Then we have green day, red. You know, the thing is when we go on very big stretches to the upside, that's fantastic and that's absolutely awesome. But even with the big stretches, we always have red days in the mix. And guess what, guys? When we have very big red stretches and we start fading and falling, there will always be green days thrown into the mix. So it's not like we're always going to have straight green and we're not always going to have straight red. We are going to always have a mixture. And sometimes we will see the red days bigger than the green or the green days bigger than the red, but we will always get some sort of area that is pullbacks because we're too overbought, or we're going to get dip buys because we're too oversold. And right now, I do think the S&P 500 is getting to a point that it's getting oversold on this week. Not overall. I do think the S&P 500 will continue to fall. I do think that the S&P 500 will continue to get weak. I do think the S&P 500 will continue to drop. But at the same time, guys, I do think that traders may say to themselves, hey, we just fell from record highs all the way on down towards the price of 500. Hey, let's look for a dip buy right next to 500 here. So I would not be, surprised in any way if this one starts fading and falling here, if this one starts dropping. Little side note at this moment, just a little heads on up, can you guys hear me over on TikTok? I just want to make sure you guys can, and if you guys can't hear me on TikTok, I'm pretty sure you guys aren't going to say anything, but if you can hear me, let me know. All right, so cool. All right, cool, you guys are good. I saw someone say that I'm muted, so I just wanted to make sure. All right, awesome. So over on S&P 500 here today, we are looking for this dip buy and bounce. Remember, my target area, my goal here over on the S&P 500 is I do want to be able to kind of follow out this channel, this little, triangle setup. I think it's going to be something along this region where we will get a little bit of a dip buy and a bounce play back underneath 501, consolidate until probably like 10 o'clock, and then squeeze back on up towards around 503. Now, let's play devil's advocate. Let's just say, hey, you know what? What happens if we fall? What happens if we fade? What happens if we go underneath 500 again? If we go underneath 500 again, I'm just being honest with you, we could see full-on panic mode. We could get very weak. We could go to 498, 497, 496. This market has been fading. This market has been falling. We are trying to do something a little bit more tricky today, which is time the market. Timing the market for a dip buy. Timing the market for a bounce play. So let's talk about the pros. Let's talk about the cons about it. So what are the cons about trying to time the market and trying to guess that today is going to be the dip buy? Well, the cons are, you would say, Dek, why would you not just keep doing put contracts? Obviously, the S&P 500 has a lot of room to continue to fall. If it cracks 500, we can get weaker and weaker. Over the last 5 days now, we've been on one big downtrend. We can see that this market is now underneath the 13 EMA and 50-day moving average. Yesterday, tech sector in the S&P 500 fell 1.7%. We know that there's a lot of negative momentum. It's going to be very tough to change that. I agree 100%. But the pros about that is stock trading is a game of opposites. When everyone says, hey, keep selling, it's usually the best time to buy. When everyone says, buy, it's usually the best time to sell. The best way to think about this, guys, is usually when I think about like GameStop, when I think about Bitcoin, when I think about these type of investments. When people say, hey, GameStop, we're at 480 right now. Don't worry, you're early. We're going up to 20,000. It crashes and everyone loses all their money. Bitcoin right now, 74,000. Oh man, you guys are guys, $1 million coming up next year. Get in early. You guys are set back on down to 60,000. The thing is, it's like, whenever everyone says that we're early, you still have more to go, you guys are fine, it's usually time to be able to get out of that play. It's a great way to gauge it. It's the same exact thing when everyone says recession's about to happen, recession's coming, a recession's about to happen right here, right now. It's usually a time that people are going to start getting in on dip buys. So, it almost is when you see chaos in one side, usually go to the opposite side. Because we already know 80% of stock traders end up losing. So why the heck would we want to listen to what the majority does? We want to be doing what the 20% does, the top 10%, the top 2%. We want to be getting involved on these plays with the best opportunity to profit, the best opportunity for us to be able to make some money. So with the SPY today, I would love to see a pullback, get filled, get a dip buy, and be able to make some cash. Most likely, I will not be trading the SPY. I'll be trading SPX. SPX is the play that I like to get involved in. So really, guys, our target today, before we start this day off whatsoever, our target today is to make over $2,000 in profit. Let me ask you guys right now, if I made every single one of you guys over $2,000 today, would you guys be happy? If I made you over $2,000 today, would you say, Dek, that's an amazing day. I'm happy with that. You did your job. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. I can't complain in any sort of way. $2,000 is fantastic here. So let's make that happen here. Let's try to do that. So $2,000 is the target. After we reach our target, we'll be all set, ready to go. But let's do everything we can to be able to say to ourselves, let's get this nice profit. Let's get this nice gain. All right? So S&P 500, looking for the squeeze and looking for this break all the way on up. Now, what else is out there at this moment? What other plays are going on? Well, as you guys can obviously see, there is a lot of hype and a lot of momentum in these stocks, right? AGBA, number one top gainer, 184%. I'm skipping TBIO because TBIO is not really up 9,000%. This play right here had a reverse stock split. So really, AGBA is the number one top gainer. And AGBA does have a 3-star press release. The 3-star press release that you guys could see over on AGBA states right here, AGBA and Triller merged to create a $4 billion powerhouse, unleashing a game-changing power in digital content and financial services. So basically, whoever wrote this article would try to get the people a little fired up, try to get the boys in the locker room a little excited for game day. What we have right here, it says, we have created a $4 billion powerhouse, unleashing game-changing power. So, hey, they definitely, again, wrote a good press release right here to try to get people excited. And you can see AGBA so far is up 190%. We take a look over on AGBA, and we can see that this stock so far today has gone from 40 cents and spiked up to $1.50. Now, 9 out of 10 penny stocks. 9 out of 10 penny stocks, guys, are going to come crashing all the way back on down, are going to fall all the way back down towards $1, fall back on down to 85 cents, and just turn into awesome shorts. That's what most of these plays going to do. But there's always, every now and then, you see a stock go on a huge rip, huge run, huge spike, and huge climb. What I like to do is try to set trend lines. We do have a nice downtrend, we do have a nice uptrend, and right here, I would say play this wedge. See which way this wedge breaks. If this wedge can break the top side, you definitely have a little bit more bulls, aka buyers involved into it. If the stock again breaks to the bottom side, this play is going to definitely get a little bit more bears. This one could start cracking and start getting a little bit more weakness. But really what we have right here over on AGBA is we do have an awesome chart setup where we do have this wedge setup, right? So wedge is absolutely great. Wedge is absolutely awesome, where we always are looking for these type of setups. Wedge and look for the squeeze, right? Wedge and look for the squeeze, right? We can see right here, wedge and look for the squeeze. That's the idea. We have this very big wedge. We do have a good credible press release. We have a stock that we're definitely watching, and we want to see if this play is going to be able to squeeze and rip and run and spike and climb and get all that hype. So AGBA, do I like it? Absolutely. I definitely think that's one that we want to be looking at. BPTH is another stock that I like. you can see BBTH right here. 3-star press release. Okay? What is the press release that BBTH came on out with? BBTH announces successful, there's your keyword, completion, there's your keyword as well. I don't know what that is. Successful completion of higher dose second cohort of phase 1. So basically we do have success. Success in our phase 1 trials. Now, is phase 1 the biggest thing in the world? The answer is no. Phase 1's not the biggest thing in the world. But you know what? It still brought in some hype. And the good thing about this is it's still building higher lows. And as long as it's building higher lows, it will get a lot of a potential behind it. Higher lows, we do have top resistance right around $6. And guess what? We're making another wedge pattern. You always want to be looking for wedges and seeing if you can be able to find a wedge setup. If that's, right here, a wedge setup that leads to a squeeze. If that's right here, here's a wedge pattern that led to a squeeze. Here's another wedge pattern that led to a squeeze. So when you have these wedge setups, that's where you can be able to make the most amount of money. That's where you can be able to make the profit. So make sure you guys are aware of that. BPTH, another wedge. AGBA, a wedge pattern as well. Both are set up for success. Both are set up ready to rock and roll. So let's make sure that we're on top of that. The only one I would also say keep your eyes peeled on, it kind of died on off. I was going to say WISA. WISA was a very hot stock 2 days ago. But guys, this is kind of what I'm talking about. All these plays eventually die. If you are wondering, Dek, why in the world do you love shorting so much? Why do you love betting against companies? Because these are penny stocks. We already know, Labor of Statistics shows us that 82% of new companies that are started within the last 2 years are going to fail. That's going to be the majority of these penny stocks. What do you think is going to happen whenever they spike up 200% on the day? They're all going to come crashing down within the next 48 hours. You can take a look at any play. Let's take a look on WISA right here and take a look at the daily chart. Every single time that WISA has had any sort of significant spike, it has come crashing on down within 24 hours. Significant spike, crash on down within 24 hours. Significant spike, crash on down 24 hours. Let's take a look at today's top gainers. BPTH. BPTH, here's a significant spike, back on down within 24 hours. Significant spike, back on down within 48 hours. Here's again just a massive sell-off because why not? It's a penny stock. BPTH, we could see again, keep on scrolling on back. Here's a nice big spike, comes crashing on down. Let's look at the number one top gainer on the day. What is that? AGBA. AGBA right here. Let's just type it on in because I don't want to be making up stocks. I want to see the top gainers on the day. AGBA, do we have any sort of significant spike? Significant spike gives it all back within a day, right? Significant spike gives it all back in 2 days. Here's just a big sell-off because why not? It's a penny stock. So the thing is, traders, all of these penny stocks are never turning into blue chip companies. They just are garbage that are pumped off social media. That's it. So the thing is, whenever we see a stock like AGBA go up 200%, definitely get ready to bet against the company. That's where you're going to have a lot more success. That's where you're going to make a lot more money. That's where you're going to be able to be a lot more profitable. Everyone has it backwards. Everyone says, oh, what's the number one top gainer of the day? Dek, how do I find the best breakout play? Dek, how do I make the most amount of money in the stock market by finding the best stocks? Guys, just wait for the best stock to be given to you, and then you could just bet against it and make money through shorting. That's the easiest way to make money in the stock market. So I haven't shorted stocks now in probably about 2 months. I took a little hiatus from shorting because I've been working on a few shorting strategies. But I'm starting up my shorting career once again within probably the next 2 weeks, I want to say. I'm going to be going hard, be shorting all these plays because as you can see, it's almost like the infinite money glitch. It's almost like knowing an ATM pin code that always produces money. These plays, again, every now and then go on a big squeeze and pop. But you know what? 9 out of 10 of them just going to come crashing all the way back on down to the bottom. 9 out of 10 of them are just going to get weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. So if you guys want to know how to short as well, make sure you guys have the correct broker. For instance, I always use Lightspeed. So Lightspeed, you could see short requests. You can request to short these plays. You can click locate, and then you got to pay a small fee to short it. $2.54. I can click $2.54, and then I can go ahead and I can short BPTH. Same exact thing, let's say AGBA. Hey, Dek, I want to short AGBA today. Okay, I want to short AGBA today. Cool, no big deal. It cost me $1.26 right here. So the thing is, I use Lightspeed for all my shorts so I can pay a small fee and then make thousands of dollars on the way on down. So make sure that you guys are aware of that. Make sure you guys understand that so you guys are crushing it. Let me get you guys a discount real quick for anyone that wants to learn how to short here. Bada boom, bada bing, bada ding, ding, ding. Here we go. For Lightspeed, you need $2,000 minimum to use their web platform. There's again a little Lightspeed discount. So there's a little Lightspeed discount, so you guys can go ahead and check it on out. You guys are all set there. Unfortunately, I can't copy and paste things over on TikTok, guys. Go over to my YouTube right now if you guys want the link. So go to my YouTube right now in the chat. I just posted the link. If you guys are on TikTok, I can't post anything right there. So I apologize. Right now, 9:24 at this moment. Traders, we got about right now at this time, 5 minutes until this market opens on up. Traders, I'm going to ask you right now, if you guys are watching on YouTube, if you guys are watching on TikTok, hit that thumbs up right now. If we see a big increase of thumbs up, if I get a lot of hearts over on TikTok, I will stay live right now throughout the entire day. So if you want to watch me live trade today, go over everything today, have my live money, have my live trades, live profits, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button right now so I could see that you guys are here enjoying it and you guys want me to go live throughout this day. Other than that, though, traders, let's get ready to rock and roll. I'm going to switch this on out, get ourselves all set here on this day. And, man, we just need a little energy. We just need a little excitement. I need to see the boys getting a little fired up today. Hey, if you guys are ready to make some money today, if you guys want that $2,000 profit today, I need everyone hit me with a good old Dekmar trades out, baby. Let's do it. Ah! Woo! Ah! Ah! Get excited. Get motivated, get naked, lock the doors, close the windows, bring down the shutters. Let's get ready. We got a big day. We got a big day with some big people. We got some big day with some big profits. We got some big days with some big energy. Got some big energy here, team. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So let's get this whole thing all set here. SPY, blah, blah, blah. SPY right here. All right. Where do you want to get filled on SPY? I want to see this thing back on down towards, 550 for my entry, I'm thinking. I don't want to see this just spike and take off right away. I do want to see maybe about, 10 to 15 minutes of fading and falling. Why? Just because, of the big drop that we've seen over the last few days. So about 10 to 15 minutes of fading and falling back on down towards, underneath 501. Let's fall about $1.50, then get our entries, feel good about them, and then we'll be all set, ready to go. So right now, traders, 9:26 in this market. We are about to have ourselves an absolute huge day ahead. We are about to have ourselves a day that I am so fired up about, so excited about, and so ready to rock. 9:26, all comes on down to every single person, every single trader, making sure that you guys are bringing your 100% and having an absolute blast on this day. That's what it's all about. We want to make sure that we're all set. You guys ready? You ready? I want it today, baby. I want it today. I want it today. Welcome to the party, baby. Woo! All right, traders. Let's get ready for this day. Let's get ready for this opportunity. Let's get ready for this trade. Let's get ready for everything that we have going on here today, all right? So we are going to be getting after it here in the next few moments. 9:28. I am going to be, if you guys want to copy the same exact trade that I'm going to be doing, okay, get ready for this. I'm going to be doing SPX contracts. SPX contracts. I'm going to go down to April 22nd on my SPX contracts. I got to see exactly where we're going to be opening up at, but I would like to probably keep right around this 5,020 mark. I'm going to be doing call contracts, and I'm going to be looking for 3 contracts at a time. So this is basically my idea of what I want to be doing. April 22nd, because I do plan on holding for a long time today, I would like to be able to hold for a nice steady climb throughout the day. Then on top of that, guys, 5,020 is basically where we're at right now. But at the same time, I do think we're going to get a nice little drop on down. So I do want to go out of the money slightly. We can even go up to like 5,040. SPXW, call contracts, and doing 3 contracts here. So this is my exact entry that I'm going to be looking to get filled on when I do get filled at the start of the day, when we do get a little bit of a drop, when we do get a little bit of that dip buy, when we do get a little bit of this opportunity here. Okay? So that's what I'm looking at. Let's get excited. Let's get fired up for it. But I just want to make sure everyone knows exactly like what I'm trading and can't be shocked or surprised by whatever I trade. Sometimes people are like, Dek, I don't know what you're trading. It's like I do it all live for you. One of the only people to do everything live in front of you right here so that you guys are all set. Let's get ready for this day. Let's go over it all. Let's make sure that we're all set here and diving in. Guys, market is live, as you guys can see. Let's see if the SPY can get a little morning pullback, though. Remember, the main goal on this is we want to see the S&P 500 fall underneath that $1 area. Or that 501 area. So we're going to give it a little bit of time. Give it a little bit of time to fall. Give it a little bit of time to tank. Give it a little time to be able to get weak. And we know that the S&P 500 has been falling and dropping for the last 4 days in a row. We basically want to see this all the way back on down towards around 500. So when I take a look over on this chart right here, I could see that the SPY faded and fell, 2 days ago. I could see that we had consolidation yesterday. I could see that yesterday was a large sell-off. We're going to be looking for a dip buy and bounce play back on down towards around these bottoms. 530, 540. We need to see about a $1.50 drop, and then we're going to pull the trigger. Now, what you also need to realize, team, for those who do not know and for those who have not seen this yet, you can go back into a 15-minute time frame just like I am in right now, and it's going to be a little tough to see over on TikTok, but I'll do my best to show you right here, is that if you extend the 15-minute time frame, you guys are going to see exactly where you need to be able to get in and out of this play. Notice the S&P 500, 503 main resistance at this time. So when you guys take a look over on the S&P 500, you guys can see bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. Then you guys can see top resistance, top resistance. 503 is going to be very strong top resistance area. So please make sure that you guys are fully aware of that 503 mark. Okay? 503, not going to be easy to break above. 503 going to be a little bit difficult to be able to continue to hold on up. But that's the ultimate goal that we want to get. We want to get about a $1 drop all the way down towards low 500s, get filled, and then be able to make our big money. I love you guys. Love each and every single one of you. Every single person here that's watching at this time. I'm going to try to make a commitment to take each and every single one of you out on a one-on-one date. All 3,500 of you. It's going to take me the next 8 years of my life, but I want to take each and every single one of you guys out individually. If that's somewhere nice. If that's somewhere, again, special. Me, you, a candlelit dinner, and a beef Wellington. 1 fork. That's it. Let's have ourselves a day. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to the community. SPY still waiting on this play here. Looking for this next drop on down. I want to get this dip buy and this bounce play. This dip buy and this bounce play is where we're going to be getting after it. How's the AGBA doing today? AGBA, woo! Penny stocks, guys. AGBA. AGBA penny stock getting a nice rip and run. Team, look at the wedge. Look how beautiful that wedge setup is over on AGBA. Look how beautiful that wedge setup is. Look how awesome these wedge works. So when we have this wedge right here, look what happened. We broke out of the wedge and we got this big squeeze. All these things that I was showing you guys before on why wedges are so important here. So if you guys nailed it, great. If you guys missed it, realize how cool it is. You guys could see triangle pattern, wedge, squeeze, and breakout. Triangle pattern, squeeze, wedge, and breakout. Triangle pattern, wedge, squeeze, and breakout. You can see triangle right here, squeeze, wedge, and breakout. Triangle, wedge, and breakout. I have a million wedges and breakout patterns because guess what? They happen all the time. If you can, again, study where a wedge and breakout's going to happen, you guys will be able to make a lot of money. So right now, S&P 500, we're still getting weaker though. We do have AGBA, which is currently halted, which means you can't jump in, you can't jump out of it. I am getting ready for my trade. We got the SPY continuously fading and falling here. I'm going to look to probably DCA, aka dollar cost average, as we get on down towards like 505.60s. 560s. That's kind of where I want to start getting involved on this play. 560s, 540s, 510, and maybe do 3 contracts, and be able to make the most amount of money that way. That would kind of be like my goal. So right now, team, making sure S&P 500 still getting weaker. Beautiful job so far. This is still the same trade I want. Also, the heads on up, BPTH. BPTH was the number 3 top gainer in the stock market. Just had a new high of the day. You can see it coming up on the high of the day momentum scanner. BPTH also set up for a wedge. So you guys can see the same exact thing. Deck, what does BPTH need to do? BPTH needs to break through $6. Breakthrough is $6 over on BPTH. We do have that wedge setup where you could be able to make a lot of cash and be able to make a lot of money. Also, SPY getting weaker here, team. We want to see the S&P 500 all the way on down towards 560, 540, 530 to start getting our big dip buys and bounce plays. But I will probably do an entry at the 560s to kind of kick things on off. Guys, we are still getting weaker here. Still dropping, still fading, still getting ugly. So far, so good on this play. Guys, we're almost there, guys. First entry going in right now. First entry going in right now for myself. For, again, the possible dip buy. Just got filled at 560s first entry. And you guys could see, again, what I've been looking for. Now, I will, as I said, dollar cost average. Get filled at 530 next. Then 510. So I am looking to be able to get filled near some bottom dip areas. To be able to get filled near, again, some areas that I think that, we could get some great bouncing off of. So I am watching this closely. Still watching, still waiting. Let's see if we can keep on fading. Keep going lower. That's fine. Keep going lower. So I got my first entry because I don't know when it's going to bounce. But the great news is we didn't jump in at 502. We didn't jump in at, at these areas. We jumped in, on a very, very, very big pullback. And that's what I like. I like how we're getting filled at this very, very nice pullback area. We're getting filled at these, potential bottom areas. Much smarter for us, guys. I'm going to look to be able to jump in right now again. Dollar cost averaging, getting in on 6 contracts at this moment now. So I'm in at this, overall kind of bottom area is what I'm looking for. So I am in at this time. You can see my live trades. You guys can see exactly what I'm doing at. Now, again, I'm looking for the dip buy and looking for the bounce play coming up in the near future here. We just came all the way on down towards 500. So far, let's recap here because there's a lot happening at this time. What's going on, Deck? What's going on is we just fell from 502, fell on down towards 501. I had my first entry right here. This orange line represents my first entry. This orange line represents my second entry. My cost basis is now going to be this line, which I'm going to put into blue. That's where I need to get above to start getting myself into the profit. So if I got filled at this first orange line, I got filled at the second orange line, and I waited a $2 drop. Now, also, something I did that was really significant that some people may not realize is that I also jumped in with an April 22nd expiration. Now, why did I do that? I jumped in not with today's expiration, not April 19th expiration, but April 22nd expiration because I want to give myself time. I want to give myself time for the S&P 500 to bounce back on up. I want to give myself time for the for S&P 500 to be able to make a nice move. We already know that with this play has been dropping. The SPY has been fading here, fading here, fading here, and now starting to fade again right here. I think that today will be a green day. I do think today is going to be a day that the S&P 500 is going to look to be able to find some sort of bottom and try to bounce back on up towards 503 today. Look to bounce back on up towards around 502 today. Look to bounce back on up towards, again, some potential high areas. That's what I think after 4 days in a row of falling. But the thing is, traders, at this moment, I am looking to try to get in near bottoms. Okay? So as you guys know, I need to get back above the blue line to profit. I waited. Now I'm filled. I didn't jump in yesterday. I didn't jump in the day before. I didn't jump in at 509. I didn't jump in at 506. I didn't jump in at 504. I'm in at 535. I think that's an amazing entry for me now to sit back to say, hey, you know what? Let's allow this to be able to play on out. Dek, is there an opportunity that this could go lower? Absolutely, guys. This is the stock market, baby. Absolutely, it could go lower. Absolutely, this could get weaker. Absolutely, this could continue to fade and fall. Let's just be honest here. This is the market. That's what happens sometimes. But we have to, again, realize, all right, hey, let's be as smart as we can with these plays. So I'm actually going to add a little bit more if we go on down towards, again, 499.60 and keep on, again, DCAing and be able to get, the best entry possible for me to be able to get filled on these for us to be able to get that bounce play back on up. Now, another thing that usually scares traders that I want you guys to realize is people want to make profit right away. People want to make gains right here, right now. And if you make gains right here, right now, that's when it's a great trade. Sometimes you got to let a trade develop. Sometimes you got to wait for a trade to set itself on up. Sometimes you got to wait for a trade to be able to actually make its move. So for myself right here, I just waited for a $2 drop after a $20 pullback over the last, 4 days. Being able to wait on this play for a nice crack, for a nice fade. And now I'm looking for this to bounce back above 501, 502, get on up towards around 503. Came on down near those pre-market lows yesterday. Let's see if we can hold 500 and start moving ourselves back on up. We have been in the market for 10 minutes and we have not seen any significant green candle yet. We have been waiting. We again also just jumped in with another one contract right here, one contract right there. Anything in orange is where I've added contracts. So now I'm looking to get back on up to my overall blue line, which will put myself in the profit. So each orange line is where I entered. Orange line, 560. Orange line at 525. Orange line at 499.90. 7 contracts total, currently down $500 with, again, April 22nd contracts with a 5,040 strike price. So I want to make sure that you guys understand everything that I'm doing at this moment so there's no confusion. And obviously, I want this trade to win. Obviously, I want this trade to be profitable. Obviously, I want this trade to be able to make us money. Let's see if we can bounce ourselves on up. Be able to make this gain, make this profit here. Right now, traders, trying to get our first dip buy. First dip buy of the day. And you can see my entire entry right here, team, of everything that I've done so far. I think we are going to have to be, pretty patient on this and allow this, market to be able to do what it wants. So right now, S&P 500 traders watching to see, can we be able to get that bounce? Can we get that move? Can we get that rip and run? We did do 4 different entries to to try to get the best price we possibly could. 4 different entries to get the best price we possibly could here. We got in again at some great areas. We're almost back into the green now. Guys, now we're going back into the green here. We're down $25 on the day. We got to get back above again, a little more area. Again, the blue area is my profit margin. Once we get above the blue, that's where, again, I start profiting. That's where I start, making some nice cash here. So I kind of, get back above the blue mark. That's where I, again, start making money. We actually just tested that blue area. So all the orange lines represent my entries. Orange line, orange line, orange line. Blue line represents where I start making money. So I've entered this play 3 different areas. I like, again, how I got filled at 560. I like how I got filled at 520. I like how I got filled at 499.90. Guys, we are now in the green on this trade. Let's see if we're going to be able to get a nice dip buy and bounce play and now be able to squeeze our way on up. We are now up $400 on the day. Let's see if we can get a nice dip, a nice squeeze and spike all the way on up and keep on ripping here. So now, again, we are up nearly $400 on the day. Can we be able to break out and run on up towards the VWAP? This is the next move here. Come on. 540. I want to see if we can squeeze it. Now, the thing is, team, we're looking for that dip buy and bounce play. Now, we have more than enough time. Time is not really like anything that we have to worry about too much at this moment. The market just opened on up. The market just had, again, a dip all the way next to 500. The market just crashed all the way on down towards $2. Now, let's remember something here, team. If you are a person that's saying, hey, Dek, I'm up right now $200 and I'm happy with this gain, I want you to be able to take that profit and say, hey, thank you, Dek. You just made me $200 and I'm happy here. So I do want you guys to realize that. I want you to realize that if you are up at any point throughout these trades and you are saying to yourself, hey, I'm good to go, Dek, I'm taking my money, this is your account. This is your money. This is your trade. This is your profit. Please do not feel like, oh, if Dek's still holding, I'm going to keep on holding. If Dek's holding, if you're happy with a $300 gain, take your gains and walk away. Take your gains and take your profits. So please understand that this is not your account that I'm trading. This is my account that I'm trading. And I'm trading what I am able to trade and be able to have my risk tolerance in. You are going to have your own risk tolerance. So if you are not willing to lose $1,000 today, don't be holding maybe as long as I hold. If you are saying, hey, Dek, I'm happy with $150, well, then say, hey, let me lock in my profits when I'm up $150. These are all things that you definitely have to say to yourself and understand to yourself as a trader. Right now, I definitely still like my entry, though. Obviously, could you add a better entry? Sure. Could you have had a better entry today? Absolutely. Let me ask you guys this. Is there anyone here with an entry at 500 right now? Is there anyone right now with an entry at 499? Is there anyone with an entry? Who has the best entry here today? I want to see call contracts. Who has the best entry today? Is anyone in at 500 or underneath 500? Anyone get filled at 499.90? Tommy has an average of 500. That's awesome, Tommy. So you're already up 30 cents in gains, almost all the way up 50 cents in profit already. And if we can get a little dip buy and bounce play, rip on up $1 plus. Daza Good has an average of 499.70. That's awesome. That's a great entry as well. G-Cost 529. Nazart making 499.80. So all you guys are already in the green. How beautiful is that? 499.90, 499.97, 500. Excuse me one second, guys. Gonna blow my nose. So right now, traders, we are watching to see if we can get that move on up here, team. Guys, now we're trying to get that break. Let's see if we can rip here, guys. Here, great squeeze, traders. Great squeeze, up $600 now. Remember, what's our target? $2,000 today. Our target is $2,000 today. Great squeeze, everyone. Congratulations on your squeeze. We're up $815 now. Guys, great squeeze. Congratulations on your squeeze, everyone. Guys, we're up $1,300 now. $1,300 at this moment. $1,090 at this time. Guys, we just squeezed all the way up to the VWAP. Currently up $1,200 at this moment. Currently up $1,200 at this moment. Nice work. Nice job all around. We just hit the VWAP. Watch our pullbacks, though. We just hit the VWAP. Watch our potential pullback area. We want to see if we can break this area. See if we break that VWAP and start ripping and running. Keep on climbing even higher back above that 501 mark. So 501, watch this, see if we can be able to get this and be able to pop on up. That VWAP does make me a little bit scared because we usually see pullbacks after VWAP areas. Traders, right now at this moment, we got 580 looking for this rip and run. Currently up $1,000 at this moment. I'm going to take my gains just to be smart and I'll jump back in. All right, guys, first trade of the day. First trade of the day. Did everyone make at least $500 here? Guys, first trade of the day, we had the perfect entry. First trade of the day, we had the perfect profit. First trade of the day, we just took our gains, made nearly $1,000. Hey, can I get a good old Dekmar trades? For everyone making some gains. First trade of the day here, not too shabby. Everyone coming out on top. Team, that's what it's all about at this moment. I told you I was going to make you money today. I told you that I was going to make you gains today. I told you that you were going to come out on top today. That's just the way it works. That's just the way things go around here. We again set it up perfect. We set it up beautifully. We got ourselves involved here. Nobody does it better. There's not one person out there that does it better than I do. Nobody. All I see over on social media day in and day out is people again hiding behind a screen, showing ginormous profits after they said they already made them. Hey, join my chat. Hey, join my community. Just made $1 billion. I do it live, right here in front of your face. Enjoy the gains, guys. Enjoy the gains, everyone. Enjoy the profits, everyone. Enjoy the money, everyone. Enjoy the gains, everyone. Could we do it any better today? Could we have done it any better today? Let's take a second and do a recap here. Let's take a second and do a recap here together. What did we have? How did I do this? Dek, how did you be able to predict the stock market so perfectly? How were you able to do this? Okay, well, we're going to break it on down right now. What we have on the S&P 500 is we have this massive sell-off, massive dump. Okay, I'm going to teach you a thing or two. Everyone listen up here, okay? Everyone listen up. We're going to mute this. We're going to turn this on off. We're going to break this on down here. How are we able to predict this? So, what we have on our trade here today is we have the S&P 500. The S&P 500, step by step on how you can be able to predict the stock market. Listen up right now. I'm going to break it on down for you. Number one is that the SPY had 5 red days in a row. We have been falling, fading, falling, and dropping, right? Every single day. Now, with that being stated, you must realize that we have a very strong natural support line. What is that very strong natural support line? $500. There is a huge part of trading, and it's psychology. If you can study psychology and understand where other hedge funds, where other big investors, where brokers, where companies, where market makers, where algorithms are going to push up plays, you are going to be able to understand the market and be able to make a lot of money. Why do stocks go up? Very simple question. Why do stocks go up? Because people buy them. Why do stocks go down? Because people sell them, right? That's it. So if I could be able to figure out where everyone in the world is looking to buy, and I can figure out where everyone in the world is looking to sell, I'm going to be able to be ahead of the curve. Because I know right here that if everyone is buying at a certain area, that's where I want to get involved in, because I'm going to be able to make a lot of cash. So when I take a look over on the S&P 500 right here, team, and I say, it looks like the S&P 500 has been crashing the last few days. It looks like the S&P 500 has fallen all the way from a record high all the way on down towards 500. Hey, yesterday we saw a big bounce play off 500. 4 or 5 days in a row of red in this very hot market. I think people are probably going to keep looking for these bounce plays off 500. So all that I did today was I said, no one jump in. Everyone sit back, everyone stay smart until we get down towards 500. And when we get near 500, let's DCA, aka dollar cost average, because there's no 100% certainties in the stock market. So I had 3 different entries over on my trade. I got filled at 9:35 and 58 seconds, got filled on 3 contracts. I got filled at 9:36 and 55 seconds, got filled on 3 contracts. Got filled at 9:39 and I got filled on 1 contract at the bottom. And these entries, as you guys know and as you guys saw, I got filled at 555. That was my first entry. I got filled at 540. This was my second entry. It was actually a little bit lower, 535. And then I got in my last entry underneath 500. This brought my cost basis, 3 contracts, 1 contract, to right around that 540 mark. So I always try to get filled on 3 different entries to try to have the best opportunity of getting filled at the best area. So for instance, if I got filled at 560 and the market just started moving on up from there, great, I'm filled. It's only 3 contracts, but at least I'm filled. Then as we dropped on down, guess what happened? I got filled again. This brings my average to the middle of this channel. I got filled at 560, got filled at 535. Now my average is going to be right around 548, right in that middle area. Then I got filled another contract right next to 500. And this brought my average even a little bit lower. So now we got that perfect bounce off 500 and we started moving ourselves on up and we were able to make that easy, predictable profit. Now traders, you might say, well, Dek, why not just wait until you go down to 500? 500 was the perfect dip buy. Well, in the S&P 500 and how big this is and how active it is, there's no guarantee we're actually going to hit 500. There has been many times in my trading career that I say, hey, everyone, let's go after this play. Let's jump in on it at 500 and we hit 520 and we miss it because it goes on a big time spike. Has anyone here ever has had a set dip buy? Said, I'm going to jump in at this dip buy area. And then all of a sudden it goes right above it and then shoots its way on up. Has anyone ever done that before? And you say, how did I miss out on that play? So that's why we have to dollar cost average. We have to basically scale in on this play. We get filled, then we get filled, then we get filled. So we just never miss the dip buy. Because I would have been extremely mad if I said, you know what? I'm going to do a dip buy at 499.60. And then guess what? I missed out on that whole entire move. Guys, let's be honest here. I just made almost $1,000 in profit. How many people here are about to say to themselves, oh, Dek, really fun stream today. Had a lot of fun watching you today, but I got to go to my 9-to-5 job. And now you're about to drive 45 minutes to your 9-to-5 job. You're about to sit in traffic. You're about to work underneath a boss you don't like. You're going to keep looking at the clock every, 30 seconds to see when you can go home. Then you're going to drive home. Then you're going to say to yourself, finally, time to relax. You can finally hang out for about 20 minutes until you get too tired and you got to go to sleep. Why in the world are you working that job? Why in the world are you not saying, hey, 30 minutes, done. Guess what I'm going to go do later? I'm going to go play 18 holes of golf. Guess what I'm going to do later? I'm going to go sit down at maybe again Dave & Buster's. Maybe again hit that punching bag machine. Try to get a high record. What am I going to do later? I'm going to go again catch a movie with again my wife's boyfriend. Hang on out for a little bit. Right? I want to relax. Right? We're not supposed to just be sitting in front of computers in a cubicle for again 12 hours a day just to be able to get by in today's world. That's not what you want. You make your money, enjoy your life, make your money, work on different businesses, work on different investment strategies, go ahead and invest in different assets, do things that can generate wealth. This is how it happens. You ever wonder how people are able to generate so much wealth? They invest. They let the work for them. They are not out there putting in that hard labor. They let the company do it. They let the market do it. It's all one big psychology game. It's all psychological. So you just got to be able to break it down. You'll be able to understand it 10 times better. So if you guys are saying to yourself right now, man, I got to learn. I got to be able to figure this out. You guys already know the drill. You guys already know it, right? I am live. I literally do this live every single day along with all these other traders over on Tradecaster. So if you guys are not on Tradecaster right now, head on over, sign on up to a free 7-day pass. I'll drop a link right over in the chat room so that you guys have it, so that you guys are all set, ready to go. If you guys just want to sign up to a free 7-day pass so you guys literally never miss a day with me and you guys will be all set, ready to go. So sign on up if you want to learn how to trade. Sign on up if you want to learn how to make money. Sign on up if you actually want to be able to change your life here. Deck, what do I get when you sign up to TradeCaster? You can watch me, you can watch Kush, you can watch AK, you can watch Active Trade, you can watch all these full-time stock traders. So the thing is, you can come on over here, watch full-time stock traders just like J Trades right here. All of these are live streams. It's like Twitch. Then on top of that, you also have access to all the video library lessons. Hey, Deck, I want to learn more about your chart patterns. Here's all the chart setups. Hey, Deck, I want to learn more about support and resistance. Hey, Deck, I want to learn more about options. We have all of these option lessons. We have everything set for you. So come on over here, study on up, and become a better trader. Literally do this live for you guys. So let's get ready for another possible trade. You guys ready for it? You guys want to get another trade in? What do you guys think? Get another trade in, or are we happy on the day? Get another trade in, or are we set on the day? Get another trade in, or should we just sit back and say, hey, you know what? I think we're good here. You know what I am going to do? I'm going to say I am going to look for another trade, most likely. But the thing is, team, I'm going to now do something I feel like most people do not do. I am up $920 on this day, right? What I think the best thing for me to do is basically say to myself, Deck, go ahead and make another trade. But the worst case scenario is you lose 750. The worst case scenario is you walk away with 750. So basically, I would be saying to myself, I'm going to give myself $170, to basically end up losing before, again, you walk away. If I could go from 920 up to, again, 1200, that would be fantastic. But the thing is, team, if you're up in gains, don't allow yourself to lose profits. Don't allow yourself to lose, lose money. Right? Keep winning. Win these profits. Win these gains. That's when you guys will be able to, have the best chance of success. Man, fired on up here, guys. We were just, absolutely crushing it. Right now, we're all set here. Jordan, shout out to you, Jordan. I appreciate the support here, buddy. Jordan said, Deck, I just signed up to TradeCaster on Monday on the Double Me Up sale. Watched and trade from my 9 to 5, working with a smaller bank account, but just made a quick $72 on the SPY call. Thank you, Deck. Hey, all you, Jordan. Shout out to you, buddy. Thank you for being part of this team. All right, guys, let's get dialed in here. Let's get ready for our next possible trade, our next possible opportunity. Where's the next predictable move, right? So where's the next predictable move here? That's what we got to look for next. That's the kind of the next idea that we have. We're going to turn on a little bit of tunes again, get the energy back on up here slightly, and just have a little bit of fun. Farm, is TradeCaster good for beginners? That's what it's for. It's for beginners, immediate, advance. There's a trader for everyone over here. Absolutely. Right now, SPY traders, we might get a little pullback if we can't hold the VWAP. If we cannot hold the VWAP right here, team, that's where this whole entire thing's going to start collapsing. Yeah, again, our main trade today has already been hit. Our main entry today has already been hit. So we already got that perfect dip. We already got that perfect bounce. We already got that perfect entry. I got out, what price? 590. So basically, if you want to say, Deck, what was your price, where you got in and out? It was from here to here. From this orange line to this orange line is where I profited. I profited off these 4 big green candles. Now, we got to get ready for this next possible move here. Deck, what's the next move? Guys, you want to see something really fun? You guys want to see something really spectacular? Take a look at this. What did we see on AGBA today? Was it AGBA? Yeah, it was AGBA. Let's go back over. I think it was a 5-minute time frame we were in. Or maybe it was a little bit bigger. 3-minute. Let me go 2-minute here. Yep, look at guys. Remember AGBA this morning? We had this wedge pattern, and when the wedge got to the corner, we saw that explosive move. You guys remember that this morning? Wedge pattern got to the corner, we got that explosive move. We're going to do the same exact thing over on the SPY here. Over on the SPY, what we're going to look for is top resistance going across the board. Here's our wedge pattern, but if this wedge breaks, then it's not going to happen. We need to bounce back up here pretty soon. We need to see, are we going to squeeze and spike this wedge? If we crack this trend line, we're going back on down to 500. So please be aware of that, guys. If we cannot get back above this purple line, you're probably going back on down near 500. So SPY, let's make sure that we get back on up. If we can't, team, we're going to have to adjust this trend line, but we're going to crack on down to 500. No entries right now. No entries right now. I will obviously tell you when to jump in. I will obviously tell you when to make the most amount of money. No entries right now at this moment needed. I'm going to nice little bounce. Nice little bounce so far. I'm going to adjust this trend line here just slightly. Just because we're getting kind of like our first main dip buy. We're getting our first main bounce play here. Beautiful right there. And congratulations to everyone who made a profit today. Congratulations to everyone who made a gain. Congratulations to everyone who was able to make that money. And remember, guys, it doesn't matter your account size. If you guys are again have $3,000, you can still buy SPY or SPX at the same area we did. It doesn't matter if you guys have $10,000, you can still buy the SPY or SPX at the same area we did. It doesn't matter if you have $1,000, but what you have to understand, and this is just the hard reality of stock trading, okay? Just the truth. The more money you have, the more money you can make. So if you're saying, oh, Dek, I want to make a lot of money. Well, the thing is, you have to invest more money. People want to make, it's almost like you can think about it as like fitness. Dek, I want to be ripped. I want to be have 6-pack abs. I want to be able to have an 8-pack. But I want to eat donuts every day. I love when I have chips and salsa, and I only want to go to the gym once a week. It's like, well, that's just not happening, right? It's impossible, right? Hey, Dek, I want to make $100,000 this year, but I only have $50 in my bank account. Unfortunately, it's not happening. Unless all of a sudden you get caught up in some crazy crypto pump or something. You have to think about it like this. Think about it like this. A great options trade return. Let's just think of a good solid options trade return. How much money do you think that would, how much percentage do you think it would return? I would say, let's say a solid options return would be like a 20% return. Okay? So if we invest $1,000, we can expect to get a $200 return. If we invest $10,000, we could get a $2,000 return. If we invest $100,000, we could be able to imagine a $20,000 return. So we must always understand that, guys. The more money that we put up, the more money that we can get as a return. How do you guys think that these hedge fund guys, these Wall Street guys, are making money that they could buy a Lamborghini after a day? When you put in $1 million and you get a 5% return and you make 50 grand, it's pretty simple to become rich. Once you're rich, it's pretty easy to grow that money because your 10% return of $1 million is now $100,000. While someone else's 10% return of $10,000 is $1,000. So the thing is, why do you think so many millionaires and billionaires put their money in the stock market? Is because once they have the money, guess what? It's almost like that infinite money glitch. Oh yeah, the SPY makes an average return of 10% a year. Okay, let me put $1 million in it. Boom, never have to work again a day in my life. Making $100,000 a year off nothing. Okay, that's all set. Hey, yeah, I came from a lot of money. I'm all set. I got $10 million right here. Yeah, I'm going to put $5 million in the stock market. Boom, $500,000 a year for the rest of your life. Right? So once the hardest part of the game is to get yourself to that level. The hardest part of the game is get yourself to $1 million. People always say, once you get yourself to $1 million, that $1 million is going to work for itself. Once you get yourself to that $1 million, that $1 million is going to accumulate. Once you get yourself to $1 million, that $1 million could easily get to 2, 3, 5, 10, 20, 50, whatever, right? But it does take time to obviously get to that area. Right now, we're still waiting. BB, if you want to check, here's again my clock. So you can see again where you are on my clock here. Right here, team S&P 500. Notice the S&P 500 at this time. We are again getting tighter and tighter and tighter inside this wedge. So tighter and tighter and tighter inside of this wedge at this moment. And we're going to wait to see. Next big move on the S&P 500 is when this wedge gets to the corner, okay? Next move on the S&P 500 is when the wedge gets to the corner. This could honestly be 15 minutes or so. So the S&P 500 might be 15 minutes, but traders, I'm going to show you guys all these examples. We've talked about this already, but I'm just going to kind of go over it, one more little time right here. Make your life easy. What you constantly want to be looking for, and this is really it, guys. If you want to be able to find the biggest breakouts, the most profitable, some of the most luxurious, sexy, just makes you want to get a little wiggling in your pants type of movement, you want to always be looking for wedges. Whoa, calm down, Dek. Really, the thing is, if you want to make the most amount of money in the stock market, look for wedges. Look for wedges, look for setups where we can get breakouts. So, notice how the S&P 500 is establishing resistance at 501.35. Establishes resistance at 501.35. Establishes resistance at 501.35. Now we're breaking because we have higher low wedge. So we're breaking out here where we have a great opportunity to continue to move on up because we have a higher low wedge. I showed you some examples of a bull flag before, but this actually looks a little bit more like an ascending triangle pattern. An ascending triangle pattern is this setup right here, where we establish resistance, we test resistance, then we break resistance. So once again, we can see we establish resistance, we test resistance, we break resistance. Take a look right here. We establish resistance, we test resistance, we break resistance. SPY right now. Establish resistance, we test resistance, we break resistance. So notice how the S&P 500 is trying to get a little squeeze at this moment as we are trying to get this break, trying to get this move, trying to get this climb here. Dek, can you do a trade underneath $1,000 to do? So sure, I will do a trade, guys, that will be underneath $1,000. How about I do that? Let's see how much money I can make off a trade that is underneath $1,000. Does that sound fair? So let's make this, guys, because I'm already up pretty good in profit. My next trade that I make, I will make it so I spend less than $1,000 on my investment, and let's see how much money I can make off that investment. Does that sound like a fair plan? Does that sound like a fair deal? So let's try to have some fun here, a little challenge. How much money can you make off a trade that you are putting less than $1,000 in on it? Right now, S&P 500 here. S&P 500, the thing is, we have to hold this as support now. 501.35 needs to hold up as support. 501.31 has to hold up as a support area. Can you just trade the SPY instead of SPX? SPX is more profitable. So SPX makes you a little bit more money. All right, now I'm just watching this. I want to see what's going to be coming on up. Next trade I make, it'll be under $1,000 here. It looks like we actually may drop back on down here for a second, team. It looks like we're going to drop back down. It has to hold the support line. 535 needs to hold support. Needs to hold support in this area. Nope, see, you can see it's getting a little bit weaker. Let's see how well it's going to hold. Can this hold? Can this hold this bottom? Can this hold this support line? We did get a little squeeze. If it starts fading, it's going to go all the way back down towards this uptrend. Needs to hold 535. We still got some time. We still got a little action here. SPY still on top of this move here. SPY still looking for that possible break. Yeah, its main target is still that 502 mark. Main target over on the SPY is 502. It's going to have to hold the VWAP. I'll tell you a trade right now, team, that you can do. I cannot guarantee. This is not my favorite trade in the world, but it is one that I definitely think, you guys could be able to make some money on. Are you guys ready for it? What this trade would be a bounce off the VWAP. Basically, you would get filled at around 501. You set a stop loss at the price of 590. You give yourself about 10 cents to profit. That's basically what it would be. So if you lose, you would lose the absolute minimum. But if you do get a bounce off 500, you could win a massive amount of money. So basically, I can make this a little bit bigger. You would basically get filled right off the bounce play, but you would have a stop loss right around 590. So you would be able to say to yourself, okay, if I get filled at 501, I could bounce back up to 501.35, bounce all the way back up to 501.60. But if I lose 10 cents. So that is a great way to trade, where you have very quick stop losses and then you have massive opportunities to win. I have one friend, okay, I'll tell you guys a quick little story here. I have one friend, as the SPY is getting hot, that's all he does. He has a large amount of money. I don't know how much money is in his account. I'm just going to, for this example, let's say he has $500,000, okay? So this one friend I have, he has $500,000 in his account. And all he does is he waits for the SPY to come down to areas that he thinks are going to be great dip buys and great bounce plays. That's what he believes is going to happen. And all he does is he sets about 7-cent stop losses. He gets filled with about $250,000 right here. And he will get out if it hits this price right here. So he might lose on his trades. He might say to himself, hey, he's going to end up taking a loss of $5,000. He might, when he loses, guys, he loses about $5,000. But when he wins, guess what happens? He's able to make $30,000. And he does this all day. And all he does is invest a ton of money with a super tight stop loss, looking for a dip buy and bounce play. And you know what? There might be 5 trades in a row that he loses, and he loses, and he loses, and he loses, and he loses. And then all of a sudden, one trade hits, and he makes $80,000. So the thing is, that's part of trading sometimes, where you could say to yourself, hey, let me have a quick stop loss. And if I do get that bounce, and if I do take on off, I could be able to make a lot of money. But that's all it is. It's as simple as that. Quick stop loss, and then you guys are good to go. Right now, SPY team, where are we going to reverse at? Where will there be trouble at? Where are we going to start falling at? We will start falling and fading all the way back on down towards around what area? 503. Remember, time frame. Go to a 15-minute time frame here. 15-minute time frame. Strong resistance across the board. 503 target. So we might see a spike today at some point up towards around 503. 503 is going to be the main idea. 503 is going to be the idea that we want to jump in at. 503 is going to be the put contract. Right now, it seems like the SPY is still looking strong. Right now, it seems like the SPY still wants to get on up towards 503. Looks like the SPY traders, target 503 area. Look at the potential squeeze here. Potential squeeze as we start breaking that 502 mark. 503 is still the main target here, ladies and gentlemen. Pullback, U-shape, next break of 502. I would not buy 502 right now. I would be waiting for the pullback and U-shape for the 502 break in maybe about 20 minutes from now. I think we're going to get a nice pullback here, fade back on down towards around 501, and then from there, guys, we could be able to break 503 later on. I do think we are going to have some trouble near the open. I do think we're going to have some trouble near some of these, pre-market high areas right here. I think we are going to have some trouble and not get exactly up to 503 just yet. I don't think we're going to get there just yet. So I'll do that $1,000 trade on puts. So if we pop on up here towards the pre-market high, I'm going to look for a quick put contract. So this is more of a fun trade here, team. This is again, I would definitely be careful if I were you, but this is going to be more of a fun trade. I'm going to go 5,020 put side. Let's see here. Let's see how much. I just want to see how much this is going to cost me. How low do I have to go to just get this April 18th? You definitely have to go farther out of the money. Definitely have to go farther out of the money to be able to get these trades less than $1,000. We have here 5,035. So it's going to be something like this. Something like this. Put contract 5,005, which could definitely happen. And that's only going to cost $500 and not even $510. You could even go up even higher. 5,015. I'm just looking at, one contract. That's $750. So this is, even less money. So I just want to see how much money I can make off this. I'll get filled if we can get a little spike up towards 502.35. 502.35, I'm going to pull the trigger on a put contract. You guys said, Dek, how much money can you make underneath $1,000 investment? So underneath $1,000 investment, I want to see. Underneath $1,000 investment, I'm putting myself to the test with you guys right here. See now how much money I can make if we can get a little pop and then a reversal back on down. Give me a second right here, team. Just fighting some allergies. So I just want to kind of step off camera real quick, blow my nose real quick. We'll be all set.
Streisand. Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand.
My spaceship at the speed of light, I'm gonna make it. I know you've been expecting me. Turn on the cameras, take another scene. We go like hands up, people, get with the show. We're taking over, people lose control. In the decks, my DJ, preaching my soul. Aim for the stars, my people, we never fall. Yes, I'm an alien. When I'm touching the earth, call me a spaceman. When I travel universe.
All right, traders. Awesome job, awesome work. Let's again keep this party going here. Right here, you can see that we do have a little bit of this reversal. We do have this awesome uptrend so far. Awesome uptrend. I would like to see again a pop up to 502.30 for that put contract. Give us up towards 502.30 for that put contract. That's the main idea here. 502.30 put contract. Main idea, we've already had the one excellent trade that, everyone should have made some sort of money on. And what's so incredible is, our entry was here. So for anyone that's still holding this play, amazing job. Is there anyone here from this morning that is still holding their entry? That is still holding their play, that is still saying, Dek, I'm still in from 500. Dek, I'm still in from your morning alert, 540. I'm still holding. I'm going up to 503, baby. So if anyone is still holding on to that, incredible job, incredible work, and enjoy your $10,000 in profit. Yeah, I'm thinking puts at 502.30. 502.30 is where I think we have a nice put contract area. So 502.30 is where I think we get a nice put contract. Sitting back here, team, waiting for this next possible move. Getting tighter and tighter and tighter inside this channel. As always, it is an absolute, blessing to be here with you guys every single day, live streaming, be able to work with you guys, talk to you guys. Happy Thursday, by the way, and I hope you guys are excited. Thursday, always a fun day in the market. And I just feel like Thursday's maybe even one of my favorite days of the week. It's like the weekend's coming up, but it's not here yet. You always got a great day of work. I feel like there's always excitement, right? Always fun things going on Thursday. It's always nice and solid. Always good. Right now we got SPY. Dek, when are you getting married? My marriage, my wedding. I'm getting married in about a year and a half from now. And I'm inviting every single person that's on the live stream right now. So you know what, guys? I didn't tell my fiance at all yet. I didn't tell her at all. But I'm going to drop the address. I'm going to drop the address on my Twitter, on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on StockTwits, on TikTok, on YouTube, on MySpace, on AOL, on all of it. And everyone can come and show on up. Okay? So we'll be all set, ready to go. So it's going to be a blast. If you guys want to come, there's the address there. You guys can save it. Come on through if you guys want to. Come on through if you guys want to. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a good time for those over on TikTok. The address is 234 West 42nd Street and 3rd floor, New York, New York. Come on through. Looking very exciting. Going to be an absolutely awesome time. Pumped to be able to have all you guys out there. S&P 500. Looking to see if this one can squeeze on up towards that 502.30 mark for our next entry. Let's see if this thing can pop on up towards 502.35, 502.40. And then I'm doing the trade that you guys asked me to do. Dek, less than $1,000. You have to do less than $1,000 and you have to be able to make money. All right, I'm on. Challenge on, guys. Challenge accepted. Less than $1,000 and I got to be able to make a nice profit. Challenge accepted. We got to just see that rip and run, though, first. SPY, come on. Give us that pop above 502. Let's get that pop above 502 here. Right now, 502, trying to get a little bit of a move on up. 502, guys. Okay, here we go. A little bit of a spike on up towards around that 502 area. 502 area, trying to spike on up towards 502.30. Let's see. Can we keep on going even more? 5,015. I'm thinking like this. I'm thinking like 5,015. How much would this cost me? $630. Can we go a little bit better? 5,020 maybe? Put contracts. I want 5,035 to be able to get filled on this play. $800 here. Oh no, it's already starting to drop. No, we want to see it go a little bit higher. Come on, don't drop yet. That's what I wanted. Don't jump on it. Ah! Don't drop yet. Don't sell off yet. So it came on up towards 500 and 502.25. We want this one to, again, get that sell-off. We want it to get that dump, but we want to get filled at 502.30. My entry was 502.30 is what I wanted. We got up to 502.24 to try to make, again, a profit underneath $1,000. So I want to see underneath $1,000. Again, you guys said, Dek, underneath $1,000, you have to invest and you have to come out with a profit. I wanted to get that 502.30-ish mark, and we still might get that. We're still hitting that 502 area right now. Guys, little heads on up. My entire order box is right here. Sometimes traders like, guys, Dek, what entry are you jumping in? Literally, it's all right here. Everything that I'm saying is literally right here. Okay, so I can't do any more than literally show you and tell you what I'm doing. Here we go. A little bit of a pop on up. Let it keep on spiking. Let it keep on going. Still going up a little bit higher. And this is a small trade for me, guys. This is kind of like a little challenge trade that you guys put me on. Said, Dek, I want to see an under $1,000 investment, and I want to see some profit. All right, we want to catch a big, long upper shadow here, guys, just like we're going fishing. We want to catch a big, long upper shadow and then get the dump and reversal on down. So challenge accepted. Less than $1,000 investment and be able to make a nice profit. What we want to do is we want to catch a big, long upper shadow off the pre-market highs. That's what we want to try to get here, okay, guys? Notice, when you have an upper shadow, that's where you get red candles. So you have an upper shadow right here. You have an upper shadow like right here, you get those big red candles, right? Upper shadow, red candle. We want to basically see the same exact thing, upper shadow right on up, kind of like, come on, now give us the upper shadow. We almost want it. We want to go fishing right now. We're casting it out there. Now give us the upper shadow. We got a couple nibbles on the line, guys. We got a couple nibbles on the line, but we need an upper shadow now. Give us a little nibbling. We're out here in the deep blue. We know that there's a beauty out there. She's purring. There's a little upper shadow starting to form. Are we getting the upper shadow? Guys, I'm going to go less than a $1,000 investment. Less than $1,000 investment right here. This cost me $730. Let's see if I can make a nice profit off $730. I want this upper shadow, though. I want to pull back down to 502 here. It's not the biggest upper shadow in the world. So, again, be careful here, traders. I only have, again, it's a $730 investment. I got to see a reversal here pretty soon. We got pre-market touch right here. You guys can go on back, pre-market. You guys can see right here, pre-market. You guys can go right here, pre-market. There's a chance it might go up towards like 502.50, but we're looking for that nice reversal back on down and try to be able to make a nice gain. So we're still fishing right here, team, out there in the deep blue, looking for that drop back underneath that 502 area. If you invest $730, how much money can I make you? That's basically the challenge right now. Let's see what we have at this moment. Come on, let's go underneath 502 if we can get it. Let's see if we can get a nice fade. Let's see if we can get a nice crack. Let's see if we can get a nice drop all the way back on down here. So we're looking for this 502 crack and be able to fade here. Dek, why are we doing this? Because we have pre-market high areas, and we're looking to see if we're going to get a nice pullback and see how much money we can make. So it's put contract 5,020, so we can afford these contracts. Same day expiration. Looking for a pullback back down to sub 502 to be able to start making some money. So that's what it comes on down to at this moment. Dek, do you like this entry, or are you just jumping in just to jump in? I like this entry. I do think there is a chance that it might pop up to here, the absolute top of 502.54. There is a chance right here. What I want to see is that upper shadow and then the big strong reversal. We have room to fall if we do fall all the way down to this purple line. That's what's so, tempting about this play. Bounce play off the purple line. Bounce play off the purple line. Just had a nice overextended move. Look for, again, a drop and bounce off the purple line. So that's what we're looking for at this moment. So can we, again, be able to get that crack and fade and fall back underneath 502? Target, I think, Dek, what would be a great kind of, return on this play? Well, let's think about this, guys. Go to your calculator, okay? Go to your calculator here. Calculator, what is 20% out of a $730 investment? So let's go 730 times 0.2. If we were able to make $150 off this trade, that's a 20% return. That would be pretty amazing. So can we get ourselves up $150, a 20% return on investment off, again, a $730 account? Let's see if we can get a nice, return here. Let's see if this needs to drop. Notice, team, we hit a 502.35, got rejected. Hit 502.35, got rejected. Hit 502.35, got rejected. We want to stay underneath that 502.35 mark. It may have to form one little upper shadow to 502.50 to get that big rejection back on down. But we want it obviously fading underneath that 502 mark. 502.35, though, we still have not had that big upper shadow, which I fear is going to kind of be like the downfall of this trade, where it may have to spike on up. You get out, and the next thing you know, it then starts fading back on down. But let's see if we can get that crack back on down here. $146 would be a 20% return on investment out of this trade. Come on, give us that red candle if we can get it. Has room to fall all the way back on down. Cool, almost there. I want to see that 502, 501.90. Be able to make some nice money on this play. Guys, 502.19. Come on, we want to keep getting that crack. The only thing that's hurting us a little bit is a little bit of higher lows. See these higher lows right here? Small little higher lows at this moment. Small little higher lows at this time. So right now, team, we still got those small little higher lows at this time. Here comes again the little pre-market touch, a little top right here. Want to see that 502. Still get that rejection. Oh, there's that 502.55. Okay, 502.55 just hit. If we go up to 502.60, I'm 100% out. 502.60 is my stop loss. Little heads up for you guys. So I'm watching to see 502.60. That's my stop loss. I will be 100% out if I see that, because I don't want to get caught up if this one does squeeze. I want that upper shadow and then that reversal. So just a little heads up for you guys right now. I want to still see this thing fade and fall. 502.60 is my stop loss. I've only invested $730 on this trade. I want to see if we can crack underneath again 502 and be able to make that, nice return. If you're saying, Dek, where's 502.55 coming from? That is the exact pre-market high. So right here, I'm going to put this one in bright red at this time. This is bright red. That's the exact pre-market high, the highest point we were before the market opened up today. And that's where we are currently touching at this moment. So that's the area that is starting to turn slightly here. I want to be able to profit. If I hit 502.60 though, I have to get out. 502.60, guys. 502.60, almost there. I'm watching again the bids, guys. Hit my stop loss. I am out. So guys, it hit my stop loss. I can't hold, and I'm not going to continue to hold on this. I went for a little trade right there. We know, again, we could now get up towards 503 area as the next area. I wanted to have a fun, trying to do a little challenge with you, see how much money I can make underneath $1,000 invested. But right there, team, it just did not get the reversal that I really wanted over on this play. So it did not get the reversal, it did not get the drop, did not get the big drop or the turnaround that I wanted. So you know what? You have a stop loss and you stay smart here. So got to be able to, again, be as smart as you can with every single trade. Wanted to have a little challenge right there, have a little bit of fun with you guys and see what's going to be coming on up. Also, something I think that would be a good idea right here is, let's do this here, traders. I've never done this before, so I'm going to try this on out, okay? And I will project it over on the live stream so everyone can look at this. I want to bring on a guest. So I can go, let me see, multi-guest here, allow requests from viewers. Okay, and guys, I want to hear from you guys a little bit right now. I want to hear from you guys. I want to talk to you guys. I want to hear if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns. Before we do that, guys, just be aware 503 is next here. 503, guys, is the strongest resistance line that we have. So let's go over to time frame, 15-minute time frame. Take a look, everyone, right here. Over on Monday, bounced off the S&P 500, 502. Tuesday, 503. Tuesday, bounce off 503, bounce off 503, bounce off 503. Then on Wednesday, bounce off 503, 503. Guys, right now we are coming up to 503, the same exact area that we have, of course, where at? Right here. Also, if you guys follow me over on Twitter, guess what the game plan was here? Over on Twitter, you scroll on down, right here, SPY, bounce off the pre-market lows today, which we did for a spike up to 503. Get ready. 503, main resistance line at this time. So 503, team, is going to be very, very tough to break against. Okay, just a little heads on up. We had an amazing dip buy, now getting a little pullback. Dek, how much you up today? I am up $770. So I'm up $770, but I kind of want to do something I've never done before, guys. So right now, team, this is what I'm going to do. I can only do it on TikTok, I think, but I'm going to project it live. And if you guys want to join, watch me over on TikTok right here. And of course, on Tradecaster and YouTube. But if you guys want to actually have me pick you, I want to be able to open up the floor here. So if you guys are on TikTok, I'm going to make it that you guys can request to join. And then I want, if you guys have any questions for me, if you guys have any questions, if you guys want to say, hey, Dek, how do you do this? What do you look for here? So I can basically, get a little feedback. So I've never done this before. Let's again go through this together and have some fun and basically hear from some of you guys live on this day on what you guys are looking for on your trades. Does that sound fun? So let's go multi-guest, allow requests from viewers, and start to only sport to. Hold on, select one microphone. This microphone, I think. Here we go. Let me see if I can see how this can come on through, because I think it would be a fun little segment right here. Fun little segment right here, guys, for people who want to be able to join and be able to talk. Obviously, as always, guys, I want you to keep it clean, but I would love to be able to, be able to hear from you guys. So if you guys would like to be able to join the live stream, ask some questions, I think you guys are all set now. Oh, you can't hear me now. Maybe we can't do this here. One sec. Testing. Test. All right, I think we're back. Right here. All right, guys. Now you guys, we good? We good right here? I think we're all set, ready to rock and roll. So just give me a little heads on up for everyone over on TikTok. Can you guys, again, TikTok, can you guys hear me now? And maybe I can't do this, and I apologize if that is not working. I think you guys should still be able to hear me. Testing. Very annoying. I'm sorry, baby. Guys, notice how we are hitting that 503 mark though and starting to get reversal. I'm looking to see how I can fix this issue for you guys. Testing. Help me! Testing! Right now, team, I'm just trying to make sure every single person can stay good and stay alive here. Trying to get this all set, ready to rock, though, for everyone. So at this moment, how about now, guys? I think you guys might be able to hear me now. Are we alive? Are we alive here? Oh! All right, we're back. We are back here. All right. Awesome. So over on TikTok right now, you guys should be able to request to join at this moment. So you guys should be able to request to join. And if anyone wants to hop on the live stream, ask some questions about today, be able to ask, what's going on with the SPY, all that good stuff. I would love for someone to be able to say, hey, you know what? Jump on in here and we'll be all set, ready to rock. So right now it says no guests have requests yet. You can invite guests to join your live. So if you guys want to, feel free to request to join if you guys want to be able to jump on in and be able to ask some questions live in front of Tradecaster, in front of TikTok, in front of YouTube, so that you guys are all set, ready to go. All right. Getting ready to rock here. Guys, this is my first time testing this on out. So we're gonna have one join here and let's see Let's see. We got Justin on the line. Hold on here, Justin. I'm going to see if I can bring you on here.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yo, Justin, what's up, buddy?
What's up? What's up? Dude, I'm thinking SPY hits 505 to 506 today. What do you think?
505 to 506. Hold on. First things, Justin, where are you from? How'd you find me? So you're just scrolling through TikTok today and all of a sudden I just popped up?
Yeah, I've been following you for a while, man. I'm from LA.
Oh, sick. Hold on. I'm going to make sure everyone can hear you real quick. All right, go ahead. Give it a talk, Justin.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, I'm from LA. I've been trading for like 3 years, man. And it's been doing pretty good.
Awesome. So you're thinking SPY today all the way up to 505, 506. These are be my thoughts like right away. We're going from 500 to 503. On an average day, so what I always do is I kind of take a look over on the S&P 500 right now. S&P 500, average day, 503 up towards around 507. Average day right here, 509 up towards around 512. Here's a dropping day, 510 down towards around 506.75. So if I'm taking a look over, let's say the past 3-4 months, it seems like the average move that the S&P 500 is going to be anywhere between $3 to $3.50, just from, again, looking at these plays. Now, I will also give the benefit of the doubt that recently it has been very hot. We have been seeing a lot of big ripping. We've been seeing a lot of big running. We've been seeing a lot of big spiking. So we can definitely give it a little bit more. But when I do take a look over on the SPY and I've seen that we've gone from 499, or let's just say 500, what would be fitting the average? The average would be 500 up to, if we're on $3.50 moves, up to 503. So really the average of a $3.50 move, this would be that average move right here. So do I think 506 is a little out there for today? I do think it's a little bit out there, but I definitely think we could see, because of how hot this market is at this moment, 504. I definitely think we could get up towards maybe 504.50, but I do think personally 506 is a little bit too far out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
Are you in on calls right now?
Yeah, I entered calls this morning on that dip, and I'm actually up like over 100% right now on these calls.
Woo! So did you jump in? What was your entry when you jumped in this morning?
I entered at like 500.
Okay, so right at 500
Yeah.
and riding that in. Let me ask you this, for everyone that's listening, why did you jump in at 500? Was it, because what I was saying, was it psychological number? Is it just because you've been trading in the game for a little bit? That's just a very strong support line?
Yeah, it was actually very strong support, and there's like a consolidation zone around 505, which is the reason if you look at it, if you like scroll out a little bit more, you can see a zone at 505.
Like on this time frame? Are you talking about like a 10-minute time frame?
Yeah, like the 5-10 minute.
Yeah.
You see like a huge zone there. So I'm thinking it can retest that and then maybe break out of that to 506, 507 before another breakdown on the market.
Yeah, I see a lot of nice tops. You see this like over on my screen, top here, 506, 506, 506. Is this kind of what you're referring to? All these kind of top these tops right here, and that's going to be like the next main target that you'd be going after?
Right, and honestly, I think it could hit it today, maybe tomorrow, but I think it can hit that breakout if I was 6 again before another breakdown in the market.
No, I agree with you. I think the only thing that I'm going slightly different with you here is just how quick it's going to happen. I don't think we'll hit this today, but I definitely think we could hit it tomorrow on a Friday. And then I also think that you are correct with our target could be like all the way back up to testing the 50-day moving average and 13 EMA, and that's all the way up towards around 510. So do I think you are 100% spot on? Yes. Do you have the best entry in the world at 500? Yes. Do I think this next target is going to be up towards 506, what you're saying? Yes. I just think it's going to be a little bit slower than than maybe what you're expecting, because we will definitely, like the thing is, if we take a look on this 10-minute time frame, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's been an hour and 10 minutes of almost straight green candles. Like, we're definitely going to have a little consolidation. We're definitely going to have pullbacks over lunch hours, but I'm right there with you. There is room to run. So I know, if you're in on your calls right now, it's like, nope, we're going up to 508 today. We want it to go on up, and it's I got you. It's just, I think it will happen. It's just, you got the perfect dip buy, you got the perfect bounce. I would slowly scale out of, contracts as we're up towards 503, then maybe take some more at like 505, and then maybe, take them all at 506. But I think that would be the best way to be able to trade.
Yeah, I'm just holding my runners right now. I'm pretty much out of my big position. So if it doesn't hit it today, then I'll just probably swing more till tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Bro, you got a perfect setup right here. You are crushing it. So how long you been trading again?
I've been training for 3 years since I was 18.
Awesome. Love it, man. That is absolutely awesome. I wish I started when I was 18. And thanks for just tuning in over on TikTok today, watching it live.
Yeah, bro, my pleasure, my pleasure. Thanks so much,
I
man.
appreciate you.
All right, how do I get out of here? Hold up.
I got you.
Okay.
All right, we got another person. Guys, if you guys kind of want to tune in and be able to join us over on TikTok, feel free to join us right now. I don't have a name here. I just have a picture of a big cat. What's up, buddy?
My name is Sam.
Yo, what's up, Sam? How are you, man?
How are you? Yeah, good. How about yourself?
Not too bad, man. Hey, whenever you're trading, you can make $800 in a day, in 30 minutes. I mean, what is there to really complain about? You know what I'm saying, Sam?
Yeah, it sounds really good. That's what my question is about. And it's not a specific, like, for today's stream, but just in general, like, if I ask just a general question about trading as a beginner.
Okay.
Like, where would you start if you're just a complete novice? I mean, where would you advise someone who's really interested, has some money, wants to, like, kind of do it,
all right,
as a full-time job and a business, and they just want to, like, start,
No, I got you. And this is like a definitely popular question. So if anyone, needed to hear the question again, basically Sam is saying, where do I start? How do I start getting involved in this game? So I'm going to give the answer that I always give, Sam. But the thing is, 99% of people will not listen to it. Okay. It's like, I will say this answer and you can take it how you want it, but nobody listens to it. And I think that's what's going to hurt the most. When I first started stock trading, I was in college. I'm 30 years old right now. I started trading when I was like 19, 20. So the thing is, I didn't have funds to be able to trade right away. I get this email every single day where people basically say, hey, Dek, I can't wait to join TradeCast, or I can't wait to start learning, but I'm saving up my funds before I can start trading. I can say one of the greatest blessings that have ever been in my life for my career was that I did not have funds when I first started trading. Because guess what? If I had funds when I first started stock trading, I would have blown up my account right away and I would not be in this position. The fact that I was a broke college kid, but still was obsessed with the stock market is what helped me in my trading career. Because I said, hey, you know what? I don't have funds right now. So what's the best thing for me to do? Why don't I learn how to trade, learn how to do it right? So when I do have funds, I can start making money. But the thing is, when you first start trading, let's be honest, you are going to be bad. You are going to lose. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be emotional. You're going to get addictive. You're going to do all these things incorrectly. You're going to make rookie mistakes. You're going to put yourself in awful positions. And this is not me basically putting you down. It's me being honest. In anything we do in life, let's say you want to learn how to speak Spanish or learn how to speak a new language, you're going to sound completely wrong. You're going to sound completely off. That's just because you've never done it before. So when it comes to something that has to do with our money and has to do with our job and has to do with, how can we actually excel to become better, what we want to be able to do here is we want to be able to say to ourselves, hey, let me do this where it doesn't matter. Let me do this where I can make mistakes. So the thing I would say is you want to paper trade until you win for at least 3 months in a row. If you lose, you're back to zero. So 3 months in a row of winning. Now, the thing that people always say is, I don't like it because I don't get emotional. I don't have the same emotional value. Paper trading is not for emotions. Paper trade is for experience, for you to learn chart setups, so you can see what works, what doesn't, for you to try crazy things, for you to go into small accounts, for you to be able to work things on out. Then after that, once you have that 3-month winning streak, then you want to go to real money. But it's not, hey, I have $5,000, let me start trading it. It's okay, I have $5,000, let me trade $200. Let me put a little skin in the game. Let my heart beat. Let me get used to this a little bit, right? It's like if you were a little kid and you were the summer pool, at your local community. You might have one diving board, then another higher diving board, then another higher diving board. And basically what you want to do is work your way up those diving boards where you're jumping off the highest one, right? So the thing is, we paper trade to get experience, not for emotion, but then we scale up. We basically build up our muscle, our brain, as again, we start small and go higher and higher and higher. So it's the same exact thing with lifting. You don't just start lifting 300 pounds, you do the bar, then you put 45s on each side, then a little bit more, then a little bit more, and then over time, you could start benching, right? So that's the big part of it. So when stock trading happens, you say, what's the best way to start? I suggest you paper trade first. I suggest after that, then you go go to real money, but you start small and then you build yourself on up. And I think that's going to be the greatest way to have success. On top of that, obviously, I'm just going to throw this in there, a little plug here, being on TradeCaster, right? Watching me live trade every day, asking questions, being part of our video library, being able to watch lessons and be able to eliminate that learning curve, right? So when you do have someone that knows how to trade, you're going to be able to pick up their good habits right away and be able to be a much better trader. So, Sam, does that, answer a lot of kind of your questions on how to be able to start off right away?
100%. Yeah, thanks for the honesty. I mean, I've been looking for sort of just an honest, straightforward answer for someone who's actually been doing it.
Yeah, no, that's. I don't want to see you make the mistake. Usually, I tell people, "Oh, don't trade for the first 2 months, 3, whatever it may be," and people are like, "Oh, I'm trading the next day." You know what I mean? And it's hard because when you have the fun sitting there and you start winning one paper trade, another paper trade, and you say, "Oh, why can't I just do this with real money?" And all of a sudden, you jump in with real money, but now you're more hesitant, and now you're getting more emotional, and now you're kind of freaking out. You know what I mean? So I just don't want you to do that, and I want you to do it the right way. You sound like you're a good guy. It sounds like you're excited to trade, and I don't want you to just kind of get discouraged right away.
Perfect. All right. TradeCaster, is it the link on your page or something?
Hit me on up, buddy. I can't wait.
Okay. Perfect.
Awesome. Hey, great meeting you, Sam.
Sean. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
All right, if you guys want to join over on TikTok, be a little guest here today. This is fun. We got another one. Elisa Salgado. What's up? Are you here with me right now? Let's see if Elisa is here. I think I hear you.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hi. I honestly wanted to share my screen, but
I don't know if I can. Can I do that? Someone over on TikTok help me if we could share Elisa's screen. Am I saying your name correctly as well? I apologize.
Yes, Alyssa.
What is it?
Alyssa.
Okay. I was throwing a little twang into it, I feel like.
No, honestly, I seen that you had the pre-market high level at 502.61. But on the hourly on SPY, I seen a 503.52 level. I know that was a previous resistance level. What are your thoughts?
So hold on. Hit me with what you're looking at again. So what was your game plan on today? What are you thinking?
So I know that I really like 504.94 today as a possible reject level.
Okay. And where are you getting 504.94? I'm just curious. It's just because I want everyone to kind of hear what you're thinking.
I'm on the hourly time frame, and I know that was a previous support level. Then we broke it, and I want to see if it's going to act as resistance.
Gotcha. Are you in right now by chance?
No, I'm not. I caught calls at 50.58 on ES today.
Nice. So do you trade SPY, or are you just like a futures type of trader?
I look at SPY, but I trade futures.
Okay, that's what I do with SPX. I look at SPY, but I trade SPX. It's basically like SPY is just like our home base. It's like it just gives us the guidance and gives us the outline of what we should be doing, right?
Right.
And look at this, SPY's starting to rip itself on up at this
moment.
moment.
I know, it's ripping up. I wonder if it's gonna just reject that 5.
Would you? Let me ask you just a little history. So how long you been trading for now?
Since I was 18 and a half, 19, I'm 21 now.
Okay. All right. I didn't know how old you were at first because, again, first off, most people when they're 18 don't say 18 and a half. I feel like we stopped saying the half after 7 years old. Okay. But I'm happy. 18 and a half. We're dialing it in on when she started stock trading. And now you're 21?
Yes.
All right. Cool. So how would you say your trading career has been? Have you gone through any sort of super hard struggles? Or are you finding success right now? Or are you in a good place with your trading?
I could say the past year and a half was successful.
Nice.
Before that, it was rough. I mean, I remember nights when I was crying, going to sleep and stuff. Yeah. And then in the shower, just crying. But now it's just okay, I got it down now. I don't have it perfectly down, but I'm profitable with what I could say.
Okay. I mean, that is awesome. And I mean, I think everyone has to go through that learning curve, and just like I was talking to Sam before, how long do you think that learning curve really took you, before it's all right, hey, I definitely start understanding what's going on here?
I'd say a good 2 years, maybe a year and a half for sure. Hard. I mean, I dropped out of school and went straight to trading.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm right there with you. We have a very similar type of story in that manner. So did you went to college, you're saying, for a little bit?
Yeah, I went to college for a year, and then I dropped out and told my dad, hey, I want to start trading. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know Danny Trades, but I know him and personally. And so we all kind of started trading at the same time. And I mean, Danny, he picked it up way before anybody of our friend group, because I know he went to Rancho Christian and I went to Orange Lutheran, so it's like Christian schools. But that's how I picked it up, was one of his friends, and we all just kind of got together, and that's how it went down.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like once you start learning how to stock trade, it just becomes like extremely addictive in a way, because you just realize like what is possible from, trading, and, like what you can really gain from it. And I think that's
Right.
the part that kind of hooks traders in so much, is that once you see one person do it, just like, just if we watched you today, we'd be able to make a nice profit, or if all these people, of course, watch me today make a profit, and then all of a sudden it just opens up their mind that says, oh, wow, you can literally do this. Like, people literally just wake up and open up their computer and start trading. And I think that's kind of what what is so inspiring about trading, and kind of what, hooks people so easily. Is that kind of what got you, where it's just like, hey, I could do this to myself?
No, exactly. At first, I was so skeptical about it. I'm like, is this even like real? Like, how are these people like making money in the morning and they're like only working like 2 or 3 hours a day?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like really skeptical about it. And I was like, this isn't like my first year and a half. I was like, there's no way this works. So I was just like, I'm losing too much money. Like, there's no way this is working. And then I just stood patient with it. I journaled everything. And then I looked back on my journaled every day. I mean, I was constantly back testing, and then finally I just cut my losses and then let my winners run, and then I could say that's really how it went down.
Yeah, that's pretty, like, that's, I love it. I love hearing the stories. I love hearing like the backstories on how, like, you could be able to join. I mean, just, or how you got even started.
Yeah.
So no, that's awesome. So what's the future outlook, for the rest of this day or rest of the week, you're thinking?
I have one winner trade today. I might just keep it at that, and if I see something at 504.94, I might take it. But other than that, I really don't like anything else. I mean, up to 508.36 is like my next level that I like. But other than that, I don't see anything else that I like today.
Yeah, sometimes
But
that's how
I
I get
really
too,
like this
where it's like
consolidate
I got
here.
that one perfect trade that I'm really happy with, and then I just don't have the
Right.
same confidence level I have like with some other trades. Like this morning, it was that 500 area. Like that's where I like, from the moment I woke up, I'm buying in at 500. And now since I've gotten off 500, it's like, okay, is this trade going to work out if I take it? Is it not going to work out if I take it? Like, is this actually going to be a good trade for me? So the best thing that I can honestly find that I feel like would be good confident would just be this trend line. On this 1 minute time frame, bounce play, and then somewhere back down near this purple line would be absolutely excellent. Something that I like. I like to do a lot of times is just look at trends, and I can even scroll back to yesterday. And I might have to change the time frame here, but yesterday basically had an awesome downtrend throughout the entire period. Yeah, let's go back to like a 3 minute time frame here, and you can see a lot of times, how the S&P 500, and might be this with like ES as well, where you can really just play a trend line throughout the entire day. Like yesterday, take a look at how great this downtrend was, and really, as long as this downtrend holds, you can just continue to hold your puts. Touch the top and fade and fall, touch the top and fade and fall, touch the top and fade and fall, touch top, fade and fall, touch top, fade and fall. Just keeps dropping. When you break it, that's where you get that reversal. Same exact thing I feel like is going on today, where we're going to be having, this uptrend right here. And as long as we keep on holding, we're still good to keep on staying on calls. Once we crack that, that's where, again, we can go ahead and reverse that back on down.
Right. I see. So do you really trade trends? Is that like your main?
Yeah, to me, it comes down to I like
cool.
bouncing off support, because I don't really like looking for breakouts as much, because breaking, like so many people look for breakouts, and I feel like they end up losing so much because they're always buying at resistance. I just feel like you always have a better chance of winning bouncing off support. So I'm always looking for trends or very strong support lines, such as 500 today.
Oh, okay, good. Sounds good.
Yeah, no, but
This is awesome. I literally just scrolled on TikTok and I was just like, oh, let's just hop on. He's letting people come in.
Yeah.
How cool.
Well, no, I definitely appreciate it, and I hope you absolutely crush it, and definitely hit me up if you ever need anything, all right?
Thank you. Sounds great.
Cool. Enjoy.
Bye.
Awesome, guys. Hey, very cool stuff right there. Just being able to have some people join and be able to, hear from you guys. I'll do one more. One more here. If you guys want to be able to join over on TikTok, we'll do one more, talk to one more person here. Everyone that's been joining has been super cool, super chill. And Want to make sure that you guys are all set. How do you guys like it over on YouTube, listening in on kind of like some people calling in? How do you guys like it over on Tradecaster right now? You know, basically some people calling on in and hearing their thoughts about the day, asking questions. And if you guys would like to as well, this is, you know, through TikTok. If you guys go to Sean Dekmar over on TikTok, you guys can be able to call in and be able to, you know, be able to ask some questions and be able to talk. But I think it's a little new thing that is cool for us to kind of be able to grow here. Let's bring over, I'm going to invite this guy or accept him. Who do you have here? Nestor ENT. You there, buddy?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up, bro? What's up? How are you?
Hey, first of all, good morning, man. And thanks for that banger call today.
Oh, dude, you got it. You take it this morning?
Yes, sir. But I did 0 DTE.
Okay. So let me ask you, how did that pay out? Like, was like the P&L super jumpy with 0 DTE? I mean, you can make a lot of money, you know, just with those, but those get so risky sometimes.
Yeah, I only had like, what was like 250 in my account. So I just went in for 2 contracts.
Okay.
And it came out like 308, I believe.
So you put in 250 and you were able to make $308?
At the end, yeah.
That's insane. That's over 115% return right there. Just because, again, it's the risk. It's, you know, the 0 DTE. But being able to make that money right there, I mean, that is insane. Do you usually only trade with like $250, or do you usually have a little bit more, or is this kind of like, is trading more of just like your side little hobby? Like, hey, let me jump on TikTok and, you know, let's get a little crazy.
Yeah, it's like a little side kind of thing, you know. I get a lot of free time at work, so I'll watch the market and I'll have it up on the computer. So my question is like, you know how we did it today, the 500 calls or 501. You know how it's uptrending like this. Like, how would you predict to like keep on holding it? Like, not predicted, but like, say if we still held it, you know, we'd be up massive.
Oh, no, absolutely. No, I agree. I mean, the thing that I would say, a few different things I want to kind of break down here. Number one is if you kept on holding, though, with, again, your trade with the 0 DTE, you would definitely be up massive. But you have to remember, probably after 12 o'clock, if the S&P 500 didn't continue to keep moving on up, you know, that time decay is definitely going to start kind of like taking on over. You know, have you ever, you know, done a 0 DTE and then all of a sudden the time decay is just kind of beating you down?
Yeah, that IV is super high too.
Yeah, so it's like that's just one thing I would definitely say to be aware of. The secret of the game here is there's a few things. Number one would be the confidence level of 500. Like $100 very strong, $500 very strong. You basically just have to say to yourself, hey, get above 500 and hold 500. The next big thing that you would want to be looking for is some sort of higher lows, because higher lows are always going to indicate that we are going to still stay on the bullish area. So for instance, I can see, even though this is like the purple line we know now is the main trend line. We know that this purple line now is the main trend line. But if for you to keep on holding, let's just look at my screen here. We can see we have one lower shadow here at 499.72. Then we have another one at 523. Then we have another one at 543. And even when we spiked, we came on down to 556. So the fact is, if you're saying, all right, I have to understand that pullbacks are going to happen. But if every single low is higher than the last low, that is still showing that buyers are obviously in control. Now, one of the biggest issues I see in stock trading is people be able to always say to themselves, oh, always, I wish I kept on holding. Hey, Dek, you know, if I kept holding, I'd be up $20,000. You know, what I think is insane is, you know, you already made a 100% return on your investment. And it's like, oh, well, I want to be up more. And I definitely understand that. It just comes on down to, it's a very difficult thing to predict. The easiest way to be able to do this is, number one, I'm jumping at 500, set a stop loss, let's say at 499.75, and you could walk away and say, hey, you know what? I think $500 is going to hold on up. I got my stop loss set. Worst case scenario, I end up losing $100. Best case scenario is I show back up at 11 o'clock and it's all the way up at 5:03. So I do know one issue that a lot of traders do have is that they constantly stare at their screen, and every little candle that moves plays a very big psychological role in their mind. right? Where it's basically, oh, should I get in? Should I hold? Should I get out? Hold on, 2 red candles. I should get out right now. They get out, then it's a whole bunch of green candles. So if you actually do set a stop loss, you could walk away from your computer. Worst case scenario is you come back, you're down $100. Best case scenario, you come back an hour later and it's all the way up to 503 and you could be up $1,000 right now. So if you see that $500 is strong, higher lows are being built, you know that you're going to get a little emotional and you're going to let that puppy ride. Set that stop loss, walk away. Even if you want to say, hey, I got filled at 500, I watched the last 20 minutes, let me again set my stop loss slightly above 500. Now it's the worst case scenario is I come back here and it's all the way down to the ground, but guess what? It took me out when I'm up, still $80 on the day. How great is that? That your worst case scenario is you still leaving with, $80 in profit. Now, obviously you want to be able to make thousands of dollars, but if your worst trade is you still making just a little bit of green and the best case scenario is you coming back right now at 503.40 and being up $2,000 from a $200 investment, I mean, that's pretty incredible and pretty awesome. So, one thing that I do tell traders every now and then for people that have smaller accounts that want to be able to hold it is try to stop looking, so much at candles and more just focus maybe on the chart or maybe focus on the P&L or maybe focus on the percentage. Try to distract your mind in one way or another if that's by looking at different things so you're not getting out too early. Don't get scared by one little lower shadow. I have people that say, I don't look at my P&L at all. I just look at the percentage. Some people say, I don't look at the percentage, I look at the chart. I don't look at the chart, I look at the trend. So try to find that thing that works best for you to have confidence to be able to continue to hold on to those plays. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then another thing is, what platform do you recommend? Because right now I use Robinhood, and you can't do like a stop loss or whatever on it.
Yeah. No, so I use Lightspeed. Lightspeed's the broker that I use. They are a premium broker, so unfortunately you do need at least $2,000 to open up an account with them. But everything that you do over on Lightspeed, you can set different stops, different markets here. You can see stops and stop limits. So the thing is I could place exactly what price I just want it to get out at. So it's like, it just makes my life a lot easier, especially when I start getting a little emotional, where I say, hey, I really trust this play, but if it drops on down to this price, let me just, get out of this play right here, and then I don't have anything to worry about. So, it does make your life easier as a trader and not as emotional.
Awesome. Yeah, by the way, this is my first time seeing you, and, you're doing an awesome job explaining everything. I appreciate everything you've done today, all the knowledge that you shared. And keep it rocking, man. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate your energy coming in hot, asking some great questions, and thank you so much for again joining. I appreciate you, buddy.
All right, man. Have a good day.
Have a good one, bro.
Later.
Cool, guys. Awesome. Cool little segment right there. I enjoyed again, being able to speak to you guys, and that was awesome. That was cool to be able to do. So never done that before. We'll definitely do that again. Maybe I'll just hop on maybe some random nights as well over on TikTok and just be able to talk to you guys in that manner. Just be able to chill and be able to have some fun. So right now, team, let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. I think we're still pretty solid. Just a little kind of, if you guys are on chat, does any other final questions, comments, or concerns that you guys may need? I'm pretty happy with my day. I'm pretty happy with my trades. We made $920. I tried to make a little fun challenge trade. I ended up taking a small loss, but the S&P 500 went on this absolutely beautiful rip and run off this bounce play. Team, I've had an absolute blast with you. We've been able to absolutely crush it. I love how I've talked to every single trader making money. That's what it's all about. I want to be able to teach you. I want to be able to give you guys confidence. I want to be able to help you guys on out, and I want you guys to make money. That's the whole drill of this. That's the whole idea of this. Have you guys be able to profit. So if you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. And I am happy to help. As always, guys, if you guys do not know, if you guys are watching on TikTok, I am live every single day, where I'm live right now over on tradecaster.com. It's a free 7-day pass. Make sure you guys come on out here, check it on out every single day over on Tradecaster with all of these other live traders and these other streamers. So we'd love for you guys to be able to come on through, join the video library, watch me live trade, join the chat room over here where you guys can chat it on up and be able to have access to be able to get all this exclusive content. So come on over to Tradecaster and be able to have an absolute blast. All set here, team. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Deck, just a little heads on up. I have Robinhood. I figure out a way to do stop losses. Okay, so if you can, I've never used Robinhood before, so I'm not sure. But yeah, if there's a way to do stop losses, then that's great. I would definitely contact Robinhood and ask for a tutorial on how to set stop losses. Unfortunately, I just don't use that brokerage, so I don't know personally how to do it myself. But it's good to know that you can if you guys want to. But no, that was cool. That was cool, guys. Be able to talk to some of you guys over on TikTok. Be able to talk to you guys every single day. And be able to work with you guys day in and day out. Awesome. Dek, what are your scanners? All right, you guys ready for this? I'll just break this on down for you. Again, unfortunately, I can't post any sort of like discount links, so I'm just going to post them over on YouTube. But my scanners that I have are trade ideas. What you guys see on my screen right here is trade ideas. And then the new scanner that I show every single day is that this is Fox Runner here. So my new scanner is Fox Runner, but Fox Runner is not available. The only reason that I have it is because I was one of the person to help design it. But this will be coming on out in like the next, I want to say, month or so. So Fox Runner, all the live news in one place. Gives you all of the keywords, all of everything you need, real-time news, keyword filter, custom filters, all that stuff. So again, this is all going to be coming on out in like the next like 30 days if you guys want the same news scanner that I use, that you guys see me use every morning to find all the hot news. So I use Trade Ideas, I use Fox Runner, and I use Lightspeed. Those are kind of like my top 3 scanner brokerage that I use every single day. But man, guys, great day, great morning of trading. And really all I can say to you guys at this point is enjoy your profits. We crushed it today, made a lot of money, made a lot of happy faces out there. Big bounce off that 500 area. And congratulations to everyone who made that money. Congratulations to everyone who made that profit. Congratulations to everyone who made those gains. So I just want to say again, thank you so much. And I think we got to end this on off the way we started, with some high energy, with some high excitement, and some high just get going. Let's get it going here, traders. So, just want to say thank you one more time to all the traders who have joined us on this day. Thank you for everyone that's been part of this amazing live stream here. And let's get ready to rock and roll because you guys already know the drill. Let's get after it, guys. In 3, 2, 1. Ah-hoo! Hit that follow, hit that like, hit that subscribe. And I'll see you guys back here later on, tradecaster.com. Or, of course, back here tomorrow morning, getting ready to go. Hey, thank you, team. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy that money. Enjoy that profit. We do it right. We do it every day. And let's keep this party going. See you guys then. Thank you so much.
Here's the break. Hold it, hold it, Beck, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
We're doing our thing all the way back on down. Let's take our money as we again take this profit. Carry out 4 contracts left. And again, we made $991.
Let's go.
Everything we did there was absolutely perfect. Does anyone have any questions on that? Is anyone confused on anything we did on that? Now I'm starting to put together a little bit of a game plan, and I'm starting to understand what I really want out of this stuff.
$2,000 in profit for myself. We got the nice red candle. We're looking for the momentum to be able to take it on down with $399.74, baby. Here we go, baby. Oh!
Well, now we're up $365. Let's just again take a little bit of gains right here. Boom, baby. Nice job right there on that trade.